some qualities still need human judgment. The trick is making that judgment consistent, auditable, and scalable. This AiQualtest episode gives product, engineering, risk, and quality teams a practical, vendor-neutral playbook for human-in-the-loop evals in 2026. Use a simple operating loop, rubric, rate, agree, and decide. That loop keeps conversations concrete when stakeholders disagree about quality or risk. Why this matters: automatic metrics miss nuance in tone, usefulness, and domain correctness. Human-in-the-loop evals provide ground truth for high-stakes decisions. Enterprises need rubrics, agreement checks, and sampling strategies to control cost. Enterprises shipping AI into banking, insurance, healthcare, and digital operations cannot rely on hallway demos. Buyers, auditors, and internal second-line risk partners ask for repeatable methods, version artifacts, and clear ownership. If you cannot explain how you tested and what evidence you keep, you do not have AI quality, you have optimism. Core concepts come next. Do not memorize jargon, operationalize each idea into cases, metrics, and gates. Concept 1: Rubric design. Define dimensions and anchors with examples. Vague 1 to 5 scales create noise. In practice, treat this as a measurable property, define what good looks like, attach evidence, and track it across model, prompt, data, and tooling changes. Concept 2: Rater training. Calibrate raters on gold examples before production scoring. Drift starts early. In practice, treat this as a measurable property, define what good looks like, attach evidence, and track it across model, prompt, data, and tooling changes. Concept 3: Agreement metrics. Track inter-rater agreement and adjudicate conflicts. Low agreement means fix the rubric. In practice, treat this as a measurable property, define what good looks like, attach evidence, and track it across model, prompt, data, and tooling changes. Concept 4: Sampling plans. Score stratified samples, not only convenience samples. Cover risk slices. In practice, treat this as a measurable property, define what good looks like, attach evidence, and track it across model, prompt, data, and tooling changes. Concept 5: Hybrid loops. Use automations to triage, humans confirm hard cases. Spend human time where it matters. In practice, treat this as a measurable property, define what good looks like, attach evidence, and track it across model, prompt, data, and tooling changes. Concept 6: Audit trail. Store who scored what, when, and why. Decisions must be reconstructible. In practice, treat this as a measurable property, define what good looks like, attach evidence, and track it across model, prompt, data, and tooling changes. Here is a real-world pattern. Setting: medical device firm evaluating an AI that drafts clinician-facing IFU clarifications. Automatic similarity scores looked strong, but clinicians rated clarity and safety caveats poorly. A calibrated HITL rubric with dual rating and adjudication exposed systematic omissions. Prompt and retrieval changes followed. Regulatory affairs used the rater logs as part of design control evidence. Notice the pattern: define scope, run controlled tests, capture evidence, decide with named owners, and feed failures back into the next cycle. That is how AI quality becomes a system property, not a slide. Common mistakes slow mature programs. Mistake 1: Using untrained crowd ratings for specialized domain tasks. Teams that skip this create silent risk that surfaces in production or audits. Mistake 2: Skipping agreement measurement and adjudication. Teams that skip this create silent risk that surfaces in production or audits. Mistake 3: Sampling only easy demos for human review. Teams that skip this create silent risk that surfaces in production or audits. Mistake 4: Losing the audit trail of who scored what. Teams that skip this create silent risk that surfaces in production or audits. The antidote is discipline, small goal sets, explicit thresholds, change control, and monitoring that connects production incidents back to evaluation suites. Key takeaways for your team. Takeaway 1: Invest in rubrics and rater calibration. Takeaway 2: Measure agreement and fix ambiguity. Takeaway 3: Sample by risk, not convenience. Takeaway 4: Keep scoring audit trails. Write these into your team wiki and release checklist so they survive staffing changes. Your next steps this week: write a 2-dimension rubric with anchored examples for your top workflow. Then, run a 30-case dual rater pilot and compute agreement before scaling. Keep the artifacts, prompts, datasets, scores, approvals so you can defend the decision later. Where this fits the AiQualtest method, learn the foundations with AiVELabs, practice with hands-on cases, and validate with governed evaluation evidence. Visit aiqualtest.com and learn.aiqualtest.com. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for weekly AI quality, evaluation, and governance episodes. Additional depth for practitioners: treat human-in-the-loop evals as a controlled experiment. Version the inputs, freeze the environment where possible, record who approved exceptions, and rerun after every material change, model upgrade, prompt edit, retrieval index refresh, or tool permission change. Pair quality metrics with latency, cost, and safety signals so trade-offs are visible to product owners. When results regress, open an incident-style review even if the feature still looks fine in a demo. Governed teams prefer boring, evidence-backed releases over surprising wins that cannot be reproduced.